Hey guys, welcome to my new line of videos. You guys requested it. It's all about the stick handling. So I'm going to be taking you through some stick handling routines, techniques, drills. To start us off here, we're going to be starting with the backhand toe drag. So let's go. Now before we dive into how to do the backhand toe drag, it's important to note that it will be different for whatever curve pattern you have. So starting from the left, we have the Stamkos one, which is a little bit of a straighter curve pattern. Then we have the cane, and then we have the Pro Stock H15, and then the Pro Stock H11, which is very similar to a Sakic or a Crosby curve. So with the curve at the end of it, okay, if you have a straighter curve, such as this Stamkos, I believe this is an older model of the Stamkos curve, which was quite straight. What that means is you'll have to turn the blade over a little bit more when doing the backhand toe drag. Now, if you have a curve like the cane, which is a little bit of a mid-heel curve and pretty heavy on the toe, you won't have to curve it quite as much when doing the toe drag because the angle is different given that it is a toe curve. And with the H15, it hooks quite a bit at the mid, so I find I have to turn over quite a bit because at the toe it hooks in quite a bit to the left there. So I have to turn it over quite a bit to toe drag it with the backhand of the stick. And then with the Crosby or Sakic, the H11 curve, you don't have to curve it too much. Pretty similar to a cane in that it's just a little bit of a turnover. All right, so how do we do the backhand toe drag? Well, what we do is we start off on the forehand side and we push the puck forward, and then as that puck is going forward, we angle the blade over to use the backhand toe of the blade to drag it across to the backhand side. Okay, so when we're just starting out slowly, if we don't know how to do the backhand toe drag, we want to just start in stages. So stage 1, push it forward. Stage 2, angle it like that. Make sure the blade goes over the circumference of the puck, and then use the backhand toe drag to pull it across your body. Okay, so now we're going to take a really close, in-depth look at contact point of the blade when doing the backhand toe drag, and this is where we're going to be analyzing all the different curve patterns. Now the angle of the contact point changes with whatever curve pattern you have, okay? So you really want to make sure we're not too far in front or too far behind when pulling it across, because in both cases we're going to leave that puck behind. We got to make sure the whole blade encompasses the whole puck when we're toe dragging that puck across, okay? Be taking a look at the hands and their role in doing a backhand toe drag successfully, okay? So it's imperative that we're not lazy with our hands, because if we're too lazy with our hands, we're not going to angle it enough and we're going to leave that puck behind, okay? So if I don't rotate my hands enough, that means I don't angle my blade enough and I leave that puck behind. Now the difference here, we need to angle the blade over, which means our hands need to rotate more to allow us to get all the way around that puck and backhand toe drag it across our body. Now, one mistake I see people make as well is over rotating the hands, okay? So even though here we're over the puck, we don't want to over rotate because we're only going to be able to go forwards that direction. In no way am I able to come this direction when my hands are overly rotated. Okay, so we want to make sure we rotate them, but just enough, not too much, just enough so that we're able to backhand toe drag up here, over here, and over here. Another mistake that people will make is they will put it forward, wait for it to stop, and then try and kind of jab at it like that. Now, it's supposed to kind of be in one stage, so the puck should be moving forwards as the backhand toe gets around it to pull it over that side. So we don't want to wait for the puck to stop before pulling it over, because number one, it's harder, and number two, it's not very deceptive if we have the puck stop and then go like this, because the defender's going to know exactly where we're going. So to recap, we just want to push the puck forward and bring it with the backhand toe in one smooth step. Now a good simple drill to do when we're learning the backhand toe drag is just put something in front of you to backhand toe drag around. Now in games, the backhand toe drag is a great maneuver if you want to sell a shot and then pull it to a space where you're out of stick length reach from the defender. So if we have something obstructing us, fake like we're going to shoot, backhand toe drag around it, and repeat. So there you have it. That's how you do the backhand toe drag. Now it is a very flashy move, but don't let that fool you. It is a very effective move to use in games if done correctly. A lot of guys in the NHL are picking it up. We've seen Sam Gagner in the shootout use it. Well, we see guys like Chris Stewart using it in games, and a lot of people just use it to create space between them and defenders and to use it to fake shots and get around defenders, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Next week's video, we'll be taking a look at the proper way to do a regular toe drag. So a lot of people, they know how to do the toe drag, but they don't know how to use it effectively in games. So for next week's video, we're going to be learning how to do the toe drag properly.